Greetings from Paha Sapa, the Black Hills, where the Lakota people come to pray for the state of the world. Stan Jabalisco here. This is just a little recipe here that I like to use. It's called, well, something like Bachelor Bumpkin Burger Boondoggle. I don't know. Walmart, 1 pound of 80% lean ground beef, kind of a brick. Skillet preheated on medium, seasoned with light olive oil. Excuse my boarding house reach. A little bit of salt there on the top, maybe. Plate, all pre-salted and peppered. Now I will fry that up for 12.5 minutes on this side, and then flip it. And at that time, I will add a can of no-salt mushrooms. Came from the Lynn's Dakota Mart down the street. I don't know, net weight 7 ounces. Not a whole lot, but just about enough. This is a pound of meat. I'm probably going to eat it all at once for my 11 o'clock p.m. feast. To me, 11 o'clock p.m. is the morning. I got a pretty sharp appetite usually by that time. The crisp altitude air, 5,000 feet altitude, dry, crisp winter air after a good hard day of stacking wood and swimming a mile. That's gonna go down mighty good. And then of course, the appetizer, which I will begin to eat as soon as I flip that thing. Steamed broccoli, steamed cauliflower, steamed Brussels sprouts, all pre-steamed, refrigerated so it's like a cold salad. A few green beans in there too, and some sunflower seeds, and plenty of no salt substitute, and pepper, jerky ground black pepper. Nothing else besides that. Will that make a meal, do you think? Okay, it's been 12.5 minutes. That thing's had a chance to fry up on medium on that side for 12.5 minutes. Time to flip her. And time to add the mushrooms. Now you got to drain all the water out of them, and I didn't quite succeed in draining every drop of it because it will spatter. You got to watch out for that. You can get burned that way. I probably should have been wearing gloves and a long sleeve shirt, but I'm okay here. I'm doing all right. A little more no salt on those mushrooms. A little bit of pepper on them. Now that thing will fry up there. There's one more little mushroom left. That thing will fry up there for another 12.5 minutes. Depends on how thick it is and how hot your burners are, but that's what works for me with this particular thickness, about 1 inch. Periodically got to stir these mushrooms around and move that burner around. So now I'll go ahead and eat the vegetables. And by the time I'm done with them, or pretty close to that time, we'll be ready to take this off, slap it on a plate, let it cool for a few minutes. Well, the second 12.5 minutes has expired. So it's time to take that thing off of there. I shut the burner off about 2 minutes ago so it wouldn't spatter quite so much. And I came to a decision too. I decided I better not use those paper plates for this particular video, for this particular dish, because I'm going to set the plate that I'm going to eat from right on that burner on top of a cast iron hot plate, or it'll be a cold plate at least for the first few seconds. So we'll take this off of there, move it over to the other burner. And there's that hot plate. Now when I have really lean beef, like what is it, tenderized eye of round that I have sometimes, I don't need to use a skillet because there's no fat to speak of cooks out of that stuff. So we got that on there, and it'll start to get warm. But I decided to use a glass plate because it really doesn't take a fire marshal to figure out what had happened if that paper got too hot by accident. So put a little nose salt on there, a little dirty ground black pepper on there. Be sure to put that glove on my hand, that big thick glove. And we just take that skillet. We take that piece of meat off of there first and put her down on there. Then we just pour the mushrooms and the juices and what fat may have cooked out of there right down on there. Got a stray mushroom here. Pretty hot. Gonna be pretty doggone good too. Now I just let that cool. Gotta take that plate off of that hot plate pretty soon, or it won't cool quite so much, but it'll cool in maybe 4 or 5 minutes. The trouble is my mouth is already watering. I'm just about ready to attack this thing right now, but I don't want to burn my face, so I guess I won't. Stan Gibilisco signing off from the Black Hills, where the air is clean, the altitude and the hard work make you hungry as hell. Till next time, so long.